Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. We're over here at field 6. Our field full of soybeans. It's ready for harvest. And it shouldn't take an hour and a half. Not with this thing anyways, hopefully not. Still selling silage. We're pretty much at the same time from when we ended the last episode, really. The only thing I have done is I've taken care of the wool down at the sheep farm. Because we were full of wool last time. At the end of the episode, at least anyways. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right to harvesting. And sell them some soybeans. Now usually, we just hire a worker and start down by the sheep farm because the workers will go over the hill. But since it's us, we are just going to mosey right on down here. And of course it's going right to chop straw because you can't make straw swaths with soybeans. Let's see what time. Oh, you know what? Let's slow this down to ×1 because I'm just curious. Will this say it was 8:15 in the morning? So the other thing I was thinking of before I started recording is like, how many hours of FS19 have I played now? And I looked and it's 76 hours as we speak. And I have yet to see it rain. It has not rained once. Not even a drop. Not even a drop. I think we will cut one headland off the bottom here. I don't need to be going off the edge at the bottom. I mean, this harvester is bigger. But we will mow through this field rather quickly, I'm sure. I do notice once in a while that this header still does get caught on the ground once in a while. It's not as bad as it used to be with a 45-foot header. But it still gets caught out. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't get caught like before. See, it slowed me down way much right there. Before, it would just stop your combine completely. I can't believe they had the same problem. I believe at the beginning of 17 that was a problem as well. You think they would have, since they had a problem in 17, they would have really tested it in 19. But I'm also hoping, I'm recording this actually on Christmas night. So I'm hoping that Giants gets back to work from their Christmas vacation sometime soon. And fix the prices at the BGA. Just a hot fix. Please, just a hot fix. I mean, yeah, we're getting money, but we're getting it at $200 per 1,000. Not quite what we see in the economy page, but we went through that last episode. Today we're focusing on the soybeans, and I do believe it's going to the central grain elevator for $1,500 per 1,000. Now this is what I was saying before about this Fendt. Going uphill, with this header I can harvest I believe at 13 miles an hour. Going uphill with the stock engine, yeah, we're kind of on the slow side. But you'll see how fast we can go when we go downhill if you didn't see it the first time. But we should be able to fit this whole field in this combine without stopping. And we're not paying a worker $1,500 to harvest our field either. So now we'll truly know how many liters we get off this field rather than trying to add up trailer loads. Probably with the bison, if you remember. The point we are at now, the bison will still be clearing out the bottom headlands so he doesn't go off the edge. I usually let him do about 4 passes on that bottom headland. He'd probably still be doing that, and we'd be emptying him because his combine would be full. Now I have tried, like I said last episode, there is a mod out there for a Volvo truck, and for some reason I'm having trouble with it showing up on the mods list. It's in my folder. I sent an email to the editor, the modder, directly, and being Christmas, I don't expect a reply anytime soon. And I don't know why I'm doing the headline for it. Don't ask me. I wasn't paying no attention. I was paying no attention to what I was doing. Just thinking of what I'm saying. So I don't really know how well the Volvo truck looks in the game because I don't know. But if it comes down to it, we may get just the man truck modded by Stevie, which is just pretty much, I think it's a little bit cheaper, and there's a couple more options that we can do with the truck. And the reason why we'll get a truck is for our animal transport trailer. And eventually we're going to get a nice big, probably the Kipper trailer that you saw me use in the Pacific Northwest, not the modded one that held 200,000 liters. The way the pricing is in 19, unlike 17, when you made a delivery at 17, you make a delivery and within an instant, it was like a snap of a finger, the price would change. And are you kidding me? There is weeds in this field once again. We just barely went over it with a harvester and there's weeds in the field. I think I am going to have to turn weeds off for a couple episodes because some people have said with the patch update it's throwing like the weed cycle off, and by turning it off for a day or two resets it somehow. I'll probably do it after the episode. I want to save, not let's save the game, but I want to back up the file just in case something goes weirdly wrong. I don't know if any of you have had that problem out there, but if you have heard of that, the way the weeds are growing, I have no idea what's going on. That has been mentioned also, as for the terrain modification that we did down by the sheep pen and the grasslands grow back, I could use that roller that will not plant grass, but make it full grass. I just can't believe Giants, well, you know, they tried to give us something by using terrain mod, which is a big step in this game, really. I mean, it's nice, but one small thing is, you know, if we put grass back down, it'd be nice if it could just grow grass back. Just saying. But I'm sure I think Giants is aware of it. They said they'll look into it, work on it. I can deal with that, with the grass not growing back. But some of the things like, well, this header kind of catching once in a while still, it's not bad. It's like 95% better than what it used to be. The BGA price needs to be addressed really soon. A lot of people don't quite get the BGA, why we have to buy the BGA now. A lot of people don't like it. Some people do like it. But it does, you know, it seems a little weird that we got to buy, you know, like some people said, it makes no sense that you're buying the BGA. So if we own the BGA, who are we selling? You know, some people said, so we're selling the silage to ourselves, and other people are saying, well, no, you're making power, and you're getting paid for the power that the BGA puts out from the silage. And plus you get the digestate, which that's another thing I hope it gets fixed, because we have put some silage in there. I have no idea how much digestate we got. The only way I would know is if I brought a tanker over. I think it shows you how much digestate you have, but we don't have a tanker at the moment. And the way I play Farming Sim, I'm not going to buy the small tanker at this point. We're gonna you know, it's either go big or just go home. Trying to take out that guy's cotton that he planted. I can't believe he planted cotton there. Which made my decision of buying a harvester a lot easier rather than buying that field. So we're about 10 minutes in and we're about 2/3 of the way through the field, so another 5 minutes we'll be done with this field. So 15 minutes of our own time, which is pretty quick. But the one thing is, like I said before, at least when the bison would go over here, I would do work elsewhere. Maybe do some contract work. But now, I don't want to say I don't have an excuse to do it myself because it's really quick and easy to harvest with this harvester. So it's twofold. We're getting done quick, but then again, now I'm also can't take other contracting jobs. Which I'm going to get. I remember like about 4 or 5 episodes ago, I said, nope, we're not going to do any more contracts. Now I'm like, you know what? Contracts make pretty good money right now. Yeah, I don't understand why the weeds are growing, showing up in the field at this angle, which is just weird. So right now, we should get about 75. No wait, that's not right. Sorry, that's not right. Yeah, I'm trying to make it $2,500 per 1,000 liters. Yeah, so say 30, so 15. But right now we're just gonna get roughly about 45 grand for the soy what we're going to deliver, hopefully. Yeah, an upgraded engine in this Fendt would be really nice. It is a little slow going up the hills. I should check. I don't know if the in-game Ideal Harvester has an upgraded engine or not. But this harvester is done by Stevie. And there's an upgraded engine there. I mean, it's not too hard to check. We can go in the shop and just look at the Ideal Harvester and see if there's an upgraded engine on it. It's kind of like my New Holland 1090 and the Pacific Northwest that we did. That held 100,000 grains. I think I harvested at 15 miles an hour. That's a mod that I did. I don't even want to call it a mod because I just went to the base game files and changed the stats. It's not like I remade. There was two different I had two different 1090s in my game. I just took the base game files and changed them. I didn't create it to a mod or post it anywhere. But I gave that sucker. I tried it. I forgot how much horsepower I had on that sucker. I think I got tired of fiddling around with it when I was playing on Rattlesnake Valley. I even forgot what the base engine had on it, but I think I added like 200 horsepower, and I kept adding 200 horsepower, and I finally got tired of going and making modifications to it. I finally said, screw it. I think I made it like 1350 horsepower. I mean, that thing would get up and go. The hard part was when it was empty, and you went to turn with it. So much horsepower, and of course with that much extra weight I had to add a little more brake power. That thing would stop on dime, turn quick. It was a little bit of a handful to drive. But it was great on Rattlesnake Valley because those fields there were pretty big. I mean, when the field was perfect on Rattlesnake Valley, in the biggest field, I think I was getting like 350,000 liters off a field. Yeah, see, we're slowing down about 4 miles an hour going uphill. To upgrade the engine, this I think would cost like 20 grand. I would love to. We have the cash to, but really, it's not that much needed. I mean, we got this harvester. Like you said, we started at 8:15. It's going to take us 15 minutes to harvest this field, rather than an hour and 20 minutes. So, yeah, we're still fast. It could be a lot faster as well. We could probably cut off an extra maybe 3 to 5 minutes. I mean, instead of doing 5 miles an hour up here, we might be able to do like 9 or 10. I'm still a little disappointed that when we did that contracting job in field 11 with the wheat that we couldn't pick up the straw. But looks like the devs at Giants thought about that and said, nope, you can harvest it, but you can't pick it up. Yeah, so just about 15 minutes. Quarter after 8, now it's 8:30 in the morning. I will speed up time a little bit again because our John Deere's over there with a trailer full of silage waiting to sell some more. So we should get a good amount of money at midnight once again. And the weeds, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. This field is like weed infested, not wheat infested. So I think we're going to get just a little bit more than 45. I think, all right, so 20 and 14, so 34. So that's 34 grand, and half of that is like 8-ish. Can I get out? Thank you. Not 8. Yeah. Oh, it's late at night. Math is not my friend. 16, 17, so 17 and 34 is like 51,000. Wow, I don't know, I'm just guessing now. I mean, it's Christmas Day. I'm recording this on Christmas Day. Give me a break. It's been a long day. You know how some Christmases, you have fun, you do all the fun stuff, but at the end of the day, you get home, it's like, wow, a holiday can be more tiring than doing work. I need to double check these prices. I think I want, come on, where are we? 1571 Central Grain Elevator. Yes, okay. Just want to make sure. Actually, we probably would have enough money to buy a truck at this point. I can't borrow any more money because we're maxed out at we'll just say 2.2 million is our loan right now. But in a couple days, we're going to sell 16 horses for $50,000 a pop. And that's where the truck's going to come in handy, because right now I got to rent a dolly to do it. Ah, yes, let's look at that money go up. 21 grand. And we got another trailer and a half to go. Load number 2. And this just put us over 100 grand. Oh, that's so good. So good. Let's go get some more cash. Now, like I always do in between recording episodes and I'm at work or doing whatever, and I start thinking about the series, I'm trying to think, great demand at the port grain elevator for what? I wish they would kind of, hopefully we don't go off a ditch. Sunflowers. Okay. I've been kind of debating with myself what to do with all that money we're going to get from the horses. Now, like I said, we're going to convert this grass field over to a cornfield after doing my little corn maze episode. Seeing that we'll get 2.5 times more chaff from the corn than we should from the grass. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to tell if we actually do, because I usually cut the grass around the field as well. So I don't really know exactly the number I get from the field. But in the test we did it in this field, right where all the cotton is. And it was 2.5 times more. Which does make sense. I knew it was going to be more when I did the test because obviously corn stalks is going to have more mass to it than, you know, blades of grass does. But I didn't know it was going to be 2.5 times more. One of those things you don't know until you do the test. And there's a lot of ways to do that test. I just went to when the grass and the maize or corn was at the first harvest stage. I don't know if you will get more grass and on the second harvest stage because the grass will get a little bit taller. So, and once the corn turns to harvest, it actually gets drier. So, you know, there's only so many ways you can do the test, but still at 2.5 times more. I don't think the grass growing. Let's just say I did the grass at the second stage and the second stage for corn. If I got the same amount of liters from corn and a little bit more extra from grass, it may cut it down to where corn only yields 2 times more. But even still at 2 times more, that's going to be worth it. Just like it's worth us keep selling soybeans over here. I so much want to just buy a truck right now, but it would be fun. But right now I don't have any use for the truck just yet. So really this tractor and trailer can actually go back to the chicken farm. Actually, I'm going to leave it here at the BGA just to see, you know, if we get another harvest mission, contract, then I may need it. So I'll leave it over here. And I still remember when we put down this garage, I was thinking, I don't need a garage this big. But after we buy the forage harvester and the header, I might be running out of room. Yeah, we'll turn that off. Let's head on over to the John Deere. We'll empty out the silage. We'll get the seed drill. And we'll plant something. We'll plant something. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so it took all the silage. So what I'm going to do is we'll fill up the loading wagon with more silage and bring it to the sell point. Worst case scenario, I can just bring the case tractor over while we're seeding the field. And the case tractor can sell the silage. Belt is on, right? Turn belt on, okay. And start the engine too. All right, I'll do all that stuff. All right, so I still need to get closer, which now means I need to exit that and bring the John Deere closer. Well, just because I was curious about a couple things. Yeah, so the regular oh, that's a big upgrade for that engine, isn't it? So the base game engine is 538 horsepower, goes up to 647, and it costs an extra 55 grand. Our modded one, same upgrade engine, just costs an extra 15 grand. I like Stevie's option better. But as for trucks going, yeah, I do like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this truck. I just like the looks of the man a little bit better. So we do have enough to buy it now, just barely, but after I do some options, it wouldn't be. Do I need the extra horsepower? Probably not. I don't like standard wheels, Teleborg, or standard. I'd probably go with the bigger wheels just because we're going to be hauling grain trailers that could hold a lot of grain, like 60,000 liters. Actually, no, check that. Check. Mic check. What does this hold? Up to 90,000 liters. That's the one we're probably going to go for right there. I always liked this trailer right here. I liked it in 17. I don't think it was in... It may have been in 15. I don't remember. I just never used it in 15 too much. I don't even remember what trailers I even used in 15. It's been so long. Yeah, but that's drooling over things that we don't have. Right now, I would like to do sunflowers, but we don't have a sunflower header yet. And that would cost... Oh, no, wrong page. I think that header... reading corn headers. It'd have to be this one right here. Is 90 grand. Yeah, it's 90 grand. We had the money to buy it, but yeah. So it's either still going to be... I've been switching back and forth, so let's just go with canola. If I can go slowly so I don't go past it. There we go. Alright, so let's get to seeding this field. This John Deere does have a little trouble going uphill like everything else does around here, seems like. Lower down. And enjoy the time lapse, and I'll see you on the other side like I always do. It's going to be nice not having to pay any workers' fees to harvest and then sow this field, and probably the only time I'm going to hire a worker for a while in this field is for these green things sticking up. When weeds come back in this field, I'll have the Massey Ferguson. I don't want to call it a small weeder. It's a decent sized weeder for the field. But yeah, I don't want to do it, so I'll hire a worker to do it. I don't mind weeding. I just rather do other things. If it was the bigger weeder, then I probably would do it. Sometimes I have a short attention span, so to sit there and weed a field like this size and really have to concentrate because you're looking for the weeds. And I mean, if you had GPS, well then if you have GPS, you're not really I don't want to say you're not really doing it either, but you know what I'm saying. There's some jobs you like to do some days, and other days you look at them like, I have no interest in doing the job. I'll hire someone to do it. But as I was sowing this field, and every time I went down, I was looking at the sheet down there. I had a thought of what I want to do with this extra grass field that we got down here. Basically, I think what we're going to do is when the sheep max out their pen, which I believe is at 80. I want to say it's 80. So when the sheep max out at 80, and we're not that far off from where they max out, we'll buy another pen, and we'll take 20 of one. Is there 4 different colors of sheep? I think so. I don't know right now. Oh, we can check in a minute. Because we are done. We're done sowing this field. Off. Up. Fold. And all the weeds are gone. Yay for canola. 50% fertilized. I was just checking because I was looking at a couple times I was looking at the icon. And I'm like, that is canola, isn't it? And I was like, what is cotton look like? Because this does plant cotton as well. That one right there. Okay. Just because I'm curious. So if we go into here, animals, brown, white, black, and white, and black. So what we'll do is, now we got to see how much the big pen holds, because I want to say it's 80. Chicken, cows, horse, pigs. We're 250. Okay, so they hold 250. So it's a small one that holds 80. All right, so we're nowhere close. I didn't put down the big one, didn't I? How do I know if I put down the big one or oh, because it says I got one. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're nowhere close to that. Yeah, so if we ever get to that point where they hold 250, what we'll do is we'll take like the black and white ones out and transport them over this field, and then they can keep reproducing. We're a long ways off of that. How much do the cows hold? Because that's the next animal that we'll be getting into. 300 grand. They only hold 200. So it's not going to be like other farms. Like in 17, you could have, I don't know, thousands if you wanted to. I remember someone posting saying they had 2,000 to 5,000. I forgot what it was. And everyone was like, how do you make that much total mixed rations? Yeah, our sheep need to be kind of cleaned out a little bit. But they're not really as dirty as they actually look. So that field is ready to go. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but I don't know who parked that harvester in the upper corner here, but we had just enough room to get the seed drill underneath the header. So if you missed it, you can kind of go back and see when I came up there. The seed drill just slid right underneath that header and went right underneath it. I was like, oh, am I going to get up and move it? Nope. So this is, I've tried it when I had the money before I bought the harvester. The cow pasture, the large cow pasture will fit in between these trees, but it keeps saying there's an object in the way. So I don't know if if I cut any trees, it'll be like this one lone tree over here. We'll have to cut it and see if I can place it over there. But when I was doing it, I was seeing like this little patch right here. I'm like, is that? I have no idea what that is. Did Giants try to put something here and then removed it later on? I have no idea. But it keeps saying object in the way even though it can place here. I would show you, but obviously I don't have the money to even try to place it. It won't let you. It won't let you observe if it can go there or not. And I may have to put another garage shed over here, honestly. This I'm just going to park right here for now. And to finish off the episode, we're going to come over here. Now right now, as you can see, we're just shy of 120 grand, but we're going to get we should get another 100 grand tonight from the BGA. I think when I started the day I had 500,000 liters of silage. So even at $200 per 1,000, that will give us 100 grand. And now that's going to sit there. Actually, I can speed up time. I'll speed up to 15 because right now I don't have no work to do at my own farm. But what I might do in between episodes, fertilize field 5. I could do some fertilizing jobs just to get us a little bit more, a little bit more cash here and there. Harvest field 4. No, I don't have the corn header. Baling and baling. I have the money to buy the corn header, but I really want the truck. I think the truck's going to be the next buy because it doesn't cost much to rent the dolly, but the truck is something that we're just going to have in the long haul. I don't mind when you first start a farm off that you buy the small stuff, like the harvester that we had, the small tipper that we have. I mean, you got to start off with something. But when we start to get to this point here, I don't want to buy something small. It's like the slurry tanker. The slurry tanker is something that we need. But I don't want to start with this getting... Well, it looks like the cheapest one is this one here. I don't want to buy this one that only has a working width of 9 meters. When eventually we just want to work up to this guy right here. That's the beast I'm used to always using. The next option, is then getting systems like this where you got to buy multiple things. I'd just rather go big right here. Because we're going to produce enough digestate to use something like this. But the one thing with the belt system now and the BGA, by using the belt system, and you can dump it by trailer, you really don't need a wheel loader to load it into the pit, which is nice. So that's an expense we don't need, is a wheel loader, which is, I mean, I actually like using the wheel loaders, but it is what it is. We really don't need it at the moment. I can't see a purpose for it at the moment, but yeah. So in like a day or so, this is ready to harvest. Yeah, well, so it looks like I'll be mowing this grass. We may be turning this field over quicker than I thought. Yeah, when we sell the horses, I may be buying a forage harvester. And you know me, I'm gonna buy the best, just because I have to. It just itches my skin if I don't. But we'll see when we get there. The horses are like 2 days away. But this in-game day, I may be harvesting this grass. I may wait until the in-game day tomorrow to do it, and then we'll turn the field over. But yeah, this will be corn in a couple days, but we'll still have the grass around the field to turn that to hay to be able to feed the horses and the sheep. But now I don't have to worry about the sheep. I thought the sheep pasture only held 80, but that's a small one. The large one holds 250, and we are at 60. So we got a ways to go. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.